They actually flew him back here for me. And that's honestly probably the only LC.
Are you gonna get some good photos with my phone?
So that was great. Yeah, and she came out. She's so nice.
Did you get all of my photos that I sent? Because I was kind of like trying to protect my
appreciate it.
Just like that.
That's cool.
Want to introduce our senior football team. Looking at this crew, this is clearly not the entire football team.
Oh,
but
you mean
it
you're
is
that
a
good?
representation of kind of how our season ended, I would say. We started with about 23 players on the roster. Really struggled just to hold numbers with injuries, other sports. We had a tough end of our year, but at the same time, we were in the nine-a-side league again for the second season this year, and really took off. Our team was filled, I think about half of our team was a senior this year. So we're graduating a ton of talent and leadership. And looking into next year, there was kind of a worry as we just finished spring camp about what does next year look like with all of these seniors leaving our team. Those are big shoes, it's a big gap to fill. But at the same time, we had a ton of young talent come out this year, so we're looking good for next year as well. But in that nine-a-side season, we made playoffs, but then fell short kind of in those first rounds. So at the same time, I'd like to congratulate this fine group. If we could all join me. And just to end here, I know that we're here to brag about kids and their accomplishments, but at the same time, we can't have this team without the help. I have Nick up here with me. Nick was our defensive coordinator. Can we give him a hand, please? He was new to our program this year, and we absolutely were blessed to have his leadership and his knowledge and passion into our program. We also want to thank, they couldn't be here today, but Will Tompkins, Kelly Cook, and then our trainer, Mel Cullen. So we can just appreciate them. But in the attempt to keep it short and sweet, that was our season. We're very proud of our Bronx Pride and our senior football team that is still going strong. So, thank you.
Mr. Tanger and Mr. Cutts with our senior and our junior cross country athletes.
I didn't even check to see if they're all here, and here they are. I'm deferring the speech to Jace. So Jace, could you come up, please?
Woo!
Great season. We doubled our numbers from last year, which was great. All of us had great runs, put up great times, and yeah, our shoes got really dirty in the mud holes that were there. For junior high, 4 of us went to Quadja. We medaled, we got lost the path, some of us popped the ribs, and we ran our hearts out. In high school, 2 of us went to prevention and zones. A successful season overall, and the scout has begun for next year.
Good job, Jason.
Good job, man. Followed up by grade 12, Mr. Ryder McLeod, who's going to talk on behalf of golf. So all junior and senior high golfers participated this year.
Yeah.
So this year, first time, we'll start with the girls. First time in 6 years we have a girls team. So there's 4 girls: Jenna, Abby, Shayla, and
Courtney. So first time. They didn't quite get the outcome they're looking for, but they had lots of fun. And it behooves me to thank our coaches, Mr. Hinton and Mrs. Chapman, for coaching us this season. We had lots of fun and were lucky enough to win zones and move on to provincials. So that was a 2-day tournament at Turner Valley and at the Black Diamond Golf Course. Wish our golf season was a little bit longer, but there's never a dull moment with these boys. Oh yeah, we got third in provincials and 1 stroke short of second as a team. So we're happy about that. We won't point fingers. And a big congratulations to Brock. He's moving on to a scholarship in Oklahoma for golf. And Spencer, next year, we're expecting great things. Lead these boys to another provincial. Thanks, guys. Oh, I forgot. Junior high golfers. How'd you guys do? Had lots of fun? Go get them next year.
I love that he said it behooves me because Craig always says that. It's like his favorite word.
Moving on here, we got girls volleyball. We'll start in order of seniority, or oldest to youngest here likely. And that is, we had 5 girls volleyball teams this year. Potentially more next year. We will see how numbers are at trials. But can we call up Mr. Legree and the senior girls volleyball team, please? You ready?
I had to Google what that meant, but
I had to Google it. Speak from the heart.
Speak from the heart.
Welcome on behalf of the senior volleyball team. My name is Jaylissa, and it has been an amazing journey to be captain of this team alongside Tyson Clare, who could not be here. We all came together at the beginning of the school year in September with the goal to make zones by the end of the season, and I'm happy to say that we achieved that goal. This year was unique, as 7 of the 12 players were in grade 10. They included Helena, Jolette, Avery, McKenna, Megan, Sophia, and Emma. For our grade 11s, we had Reagan. And lastly, those in grade 12, Abby, Kaya, Brooklyn, and myself. The year started out with a tournament in Canmore, where we were able to bond pretty quickly, and lucky for us, we were the winners of the consolation finals that weekend. We continued throughout the season. We were especially grateful for the staff, students, and family members that cheered us on. At the beginning of November, we were able to celebrate our grade 10 in their final year, at the same time celebrate our win that allowed us to move on to zones. Zones proved to be a challenge, but we were always willing to put up a fight. We wrapped up the season with our year-end wind-up. We played volleyball and treated ourselves. I would like to thank the team for putting the hours on and off court to make this season a good one, and to thank Ms. Silver's wife, Laurie, for hosting team dinners and taking such great care of us. To Elise, our manager, thank you for keeping us organized and giving us a smile on the bench. Lastly, thank our coaches, Ms. Dillabrie and Tess, for dedicating their time to grow us into better players and as well as better citizens. Your humor and guidance was extremely valuable. Cheers to the great season we had.
Let's double up on some category. Which category? I don't know.
Hey, sorry, just we'll take that
JV,
pause
A,
right
B,
now.
C.
See you guys at the
That's all
back.
there is.
Bob, Ronnie, Cater, you're packing up. So can we just get a big round of applause for to the JV girls and Mrs. Emden.
Does Scott need to change his last name to Romney now then?
I'm going to let Jenna speak, but before I do, I just want to say we had a very young team this year as well. A lot of grade 10s, and we had one grade 9. So it was, I'm going to let Jenna do the rest because she wrote a real awesome speech. Come on up, Jenna. Don't be shy. Maybe you should stay.
You're on.
Thank you for your coaches, Mrs. Emden and Kelly, who devoted so much time.
Awesome, thanks, Jenna. A girls volleyball, and if I can call you all up here, we had 2 community coaches for this team this year, and that would be Miss Amanda Klimek and Miss Shaylin Goodwin, and neither of them can be here for us tonight, unfortunately. And so Natalia Mind is going to speak on behalf of the team here, but any A girls volleyball players can help, so please come on up.
I'm a grade 9 student and I am on the junior A girls volleyball team. And behind me is the rest of the team. Some of them.
Yeah. At least one more
We
player.
had an amazing season filled with lots of fun, and we grew a lot as people and players. We want to say a big thank you to everyone who supported us and our amazing coaches, Shaylin and Amanda.
Thank you. Might have been a little. Shay Albert's going to talk on behalf of us here.
Speak from the heart.
This was the second year that most of us had played together, and it was obvious along the way that the chemistry on the court was there. We had quite a few close games that were tied through to the end, but luckily we had came through more often than not. Thank you to all our coaches, McLeod, Jayla, and Annetta this year for helping us along the way. Next year, all of us will be in grade 9 and looking forward to the rising quality of play at the next level.
Ms. Jayla Nicholson, who helped me out with both Junior B volleyball teams, so big round of applause there for her. And then we have our Junior C, mostly basically all grade 7s, girls volleyball team here. Come on up for Ms. Hamlin as well, please.
Well, as you can see, this is very similar to our practice situations. We have very few come up, but the few that we did, wow, you guys look fantastic. They're in school colors, too. No, these girls came out, and what was really awesome, we played, I don't know if you all know what triple ball is, but we played triple ball, and it helped them pass the ball a lot better, and they served, and they learned the game of volleyball. So with this program, it really helps and will build the rest of our program for the future. So we're looking forward to you guys being part of our A and B Bronx next year. So it was a good season. We just had a few games, and it was good. So, thank you.
Next year we got boys volleyball. We have 2 teams. This is the first time in a long time we've had some boys volleyball, as Mr. Zachary will talk about. So JV boys, come on up, please.
Go, Zach.
Hello. This was a really good season, actually. It was really fun for all of us, and it was really new, too, because we haven't had a boys volleyball team here in a few years, so it was good to learn the game, you know? And, okay, where am I?
Oh, you're at the school.
We all put in our best effort. We didn't have very many games, but we went to a few tournaments, and we came out victorious once, like, not the tournament, one game. It was great, and we're all looking forward to next year. We'd like to thank our coaches, Mr. McLeod and Chloe Smith, who can't be here today, but lots of support there. And yeah, it was a fun year, and we're ready to get back at it in September, and then future volleyball teams to come from the boys, which is good. And hopefully a senior team eventually, but yeah, thank you.
It's definitely showed those boys out a little bit later, but I approached them late last June. Some of them were impressed me and not here yet, which was a really pleasant surprise when they showed up in September. We have not had a high school boys team since 2013, so it's been a long time. So commitment to these guys. I think my speech in September was, we are going to lose a lot of games, but hopefully we have fun and build something here. And so they rose to that. So thanks, boys. Additionally, we're fortunate enough to have a junior boys volleyball team again. This is my first time, this is my 5th year at the school, and the first time since I've been here that we've had a junior boys team as well. So we get junior high boys volleyball players to come on up as well, please.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm a grade 8 student. I played on this team, obviously. This was a fun group of guys to be around this year with some excellent athleticism on display. Like our JV boys before us, few, if any of us, have played volleyball outside of gym class before this year. We lost almost all of our games. I don't know why it says we lost some really tight games before coming together to pull off one win at our year-end tournament. Thank you to our coaches, Keegan McLeod, doesn't like that, Jayla, and Reagan this year for helping us along the way. I'm gonna go off script here, but I really like this team. It was really fun with all you guys. It was really nice. Hope to see you guys next year, and probably be on the same team. Yeah, thank you. This is my first time, and I'm shaking, so I'd like to get off now.
That's what coaching junior and high boys is like. Awesome. We'll call up here senior girls basketball. We shift gears here a little bit. So we got Mrs. Douglas and Mrs. Amden and Nick Phillips, please.
I don't know if you guys should give me a mic. I have now perfected public speaking after 87 graduates on the weekend, so I could be up here all day now. All right, hello ladies. Good to see all of you. You look lovely. We had a great season. We have a very young team, as you can tell. So looking on this stage, I have 4 grade 12 graduates who I'd like to give a shout out to. So that's Emily McMillan, Ryan Mendoza, Brooklyn Olson, and Haley Lewis Smallboy. So with 4 grade 12s, and yeah, round of applause. We had 2 grade 11 students, and then we had 6 to 7 grade 10s. We had a couple of grades too, but we had a tough decision to make. We decided to go with the senior team, and I think it really will pay off in the long run for you ladies. You showed a lot of growth. There's a lot of promise there. We did make it to zones, so I really look forward to watching them in their continued growth. And I would like to give a shout out to Miss Maddie Gable, who is a terrific manager. We appreciate you and all your hard work keeping stats. And of course, to my assistant coach, Miss Amnam. Couldn't really do it without you because our office is busy at times. All right, thanks, ladies. Come up. Girls basketball.
Success this season. There was a lot of crying, a lot of clapping, but we got through it. The season itself was pretty positive. We finished league play undefeated, finished third in Wajaha, and then second in Wolf Creek. And nothing could have been done without this amazing woman next to me. Truly inspirational leader. I'll turn it over to her.
I started coaching most of these girls last year, and it makes me so proud to see the growth and development of these ladies on and off the court. What I learned from this season is to keep working, show love to your teammates, and be proud of your accomplishments. Whether you have 7 on a bench or a full roster, you can always reach your goals if you have a team to do it. I thank you guys for listening.
I love this person.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, because he had that.
You're going to pass it over to me to do the talking here.
Careful. So excited.
This is a wonderful group of young ladies here, fantastic basketball players as well. So we set out this year trying to get every single girl in junior high to play basketball. We're pretty happy to have the 2 teams that we did in this full team. And this group was very committed. And I do want to celebrate with with them tonight. And I'm just hoping they continue to play and continue to grow. I need to thank all the volunteer coaches that I had helping with this team as well. So Coach Doug Bennett was just completely invaluable. He was on a moment's notice there at any time we needed him and filled in for me when I was unable to be there. So he was fantastic. I also had help from Emily McMillan, who was up here earlier, and Elise Russler, who was also up here earlier, and Brooklyn Olsen until she had her leg removed. So that was. But those, so if you could give them a hand, I'd really appreciate that. They were fantastic. So most of these girls, I think, were playing basketball for their first time this year, and they're extremely fun to work with. Very, very coachable, always open to feedback and occasionally criticism. There was never a scenario in which they didn't do their best to become better basketball players, and that, to me, is what it's all about. So it didn't stack up in a ton of wins, surprisingly. But the girls just steadily improved throughout the season and came ready to work and they didn't get discouraged and they kept working, so I'm very proud of them. My great wish for each of them is that they continue to play. Each one of them has just amazing potential. So please join me in giving them a huge hand and celebrating them tonight.
Now can we have the senior boys basketball team?
There you go. Got it.
Do that. Good evening, everybody. My name is Brody Ronnie, and this is the senior boys basketball team. First of all, I'd like to thank our community coaches, Scott Brown and Everett Fillinger, who could not be here, and of course, I guess Sheldon Ronnie. And yeah, I don't know if you guys were here for my last year's speech, but we had an amazingly better year this year, and with a record of 9-1, I think it was. And And then we lost in zones by 30 because Ryder wasn't there.
Ryder.
I don't know what he was doing, but whatever. We had a great year together, and all the yelling at us, that would be me yelling at everyone. And yeah, so I'm glad that my senior year was with this group of boys, and couldn't be more proud of them. Thank you.
A team with Sheldon Money, so.
I decided I'm not speaking tonight. I just hand it over to all the players. So I'm going to hand this one over to Dom and Nash.
Hello everyone, my name's Nash. We had a pretty good year, you know. Great group of young men here. Yeah. We had an overall record of 23-2 with lots of hardware, as you can see behind these guys.
This year's squad was led by a strong group of grade 9s, including Jackson Klein. Where is he? Right there. With an eager bunch of grade 8s to fill in. Bronx pride and tradition is alive and well with this group, with exciting times still to come.
And I would just like to thank our coaches over there, and Trevor Topham and Austin Topham, but they are not here tonight. But yeah, they put in a lot of hours with us, so thank you.
Can I get the basketball B boys to come up?
That's so scary.
You did well.
You guys did good.
I'm proud
I
of
think
you.
that should be C, B and C together. So if you're, regardless of what team you play for, you just come on up. Some of you played for both, and we're fantastic for both. Anybody that played for me here for the boys, come on up. It's a good-looking group of basketball players here. Come on, make some room here. Keep coming over here. Yeah. Come on up. I promise I won't let Caleb talk again. Okay. So again, I just want to go back and thank these amazing volunteer coaches that I had. Again, Doug Bennett helped me out with this group as well. He's not here, but was absolutely fantastic and just covered me a ton of times and was here to support the boys. So I really appreciate that. And I've got a great group of high school boys that helped out here too, and I've got their names all written down, so I don't miss Garner Berg, Spencer Cardish, Caleb Bloomquist, and Lucas Sandine, and intermittently Trace Thompson. So I just want to thank them very much for their commitment, their help throughout the season. They were fantastic. If you give them a big round, I would appreciate it. Our season would have been a lot different if there was this many guys at our practices. I needed to make sure I provided supper, I think was the difference. We had an awesome crew, and this is a fantastic group of young men right here, a mix of grades 7 to 9s, and I enjoyed working with every one of them. On some of our nights, we had as many as 26 guys at practice, which was fantastic, and sometimes we had 4. However, these guys really did know how to show up on game day, and we had a pretty successful season. A number of wins, victories in the that column. Just like I talked about earlier, though, our focus was on growth and getting better every practice, every game, working on getting better and keeping these guys playing. That was our goal, to keep them playing, and they worked very, very hard. Every one of them with a fantastic attitude, with the right mindset to come in and work and get better every day. So I'm very, very proud of them, and I'm very, very excited to see every one of them playing again next year, every single one of them. So if you could give them a huge round of applause, I would appreciate it. say thank you.
My name is Helena, and this year I had the opportunity to play on the senior high badminton team. We started out with a large number of players, lots of talent, and we represented PSC well at high school areas, earning gold medals, bronze medals, and we overall played really well. There was lots of tough competition, leaving only 4 people advancing to zones. And those 4, we played really well, we fought hard, but ultimately did not end up going to provincials. But it was a really good season. I'd like to say thank you on behalf of the team to our coaches, McLeod and Nick Grant, who couldn't be here, but they put in lots of long hours with us and supported us, came to all our tournaments, and we're all looking forward to next season and taking it all the way.
I also have the pleasure of having junior high badminton. I'm sure we don't have everybody in house tonight because there's a lot of them, but we get all junior high badminton players up here, please. As I said, there's a lot.
Is it enough room for you guys?
You can come forward, right? We don't have to all hang out at the back.
I'm Jeremy. I'm one of the many badminton players that played this year. I wanted to give a special thanks to Mr. McLeod and our other coach Nick that came up this year, supported us, and Mr. Nielsen for this. As mentioned before, badminton is very much a sport where if you win, you advance, and if you don't, it's a very short season. We had quite a large number of players this year for us, which was great to see, and the quality of play certainly was picking up near the end. We had 5 kids representing us at Quadjal this year, and are looking forward to increasing their number again next season.
Senior track with Miss Keys.
Maybe. She might be one. You're so fun.
Okay, so this is my first year helping with track, so I'm learning things like I should have a student speak, so that's one thing. We had a rocky start at the beginning of our track because we actually had some rain. That happened earlier during track practices. So we didn't have a lot of track practices. And then with these kids also having a new coach who knew nothing really about track, I'm just here to help them make sure they can get out and have a track team. But we're also with Miss Kinley and Miss Valente, and of course Mr. Cutts here. They had some good coaching, although they would ask me how to do something, and I'm like, well, hop, step, and jump, good luck. They put up with me not knowing anything, and they helped me help them. Many of the students were successful in areas and went on to zones, And then from zones, we had 2 athletes go to provincials, Elise Wrestler in the 1500, who ended up being 12th, and Luke Simonton in the 800, who ended up in 8th. These were just a great group of kids and who were very helpful at practices and at the meets. They're my security blanket. I told them they had to be, and here they are being my security blanket again. It was really an honor to get to work with each and every one of them because they just tried their best and just had a good time. Thank you.
Job, Ryder.
Next, we have the junior high track.
As you can see, there's lots of games. With the rain, as Mrs. Keith said, it kind of put it down for things. But also, this was one of, last year we had a school track meet, and this year we didn't, unfortunately, but maybe we'll bring that back next year. But it was awesome to see lots of these kids go from our Wolf Creek North meet to our Wolf Creek finals. And if I could just have Truce and Nash put up their hands. Truce broke 2 records this year in 100 and I don't know if you've never seen this kid run, but he can run. He is fast. And Nash broke the 800 record, and both of these records were, I think, like, I was looking back, they were like from the 70s. So it's awesome to see how they the rest of you dedicated to come out to the meets, and also a lot of these kids helped me with the meet, working the track, because we posted 2 of them here. So congratulations to all of you, and we hope to see you out next year to, again, maybe have some athletes for high school to take us as provincials again. So thank you very much.
Job, Nash. Thanks.
Next, we will be moving on to our junior high participation award. In junior high, we want to encourage our athletes to be involved in as many sports as they can, and therefore these awards are meant to be recognize those involved in all capacities. We will begin with our bronze awards, presented to athletes that have participated with one school team. Could we please have all those junior high athletes out here tonight who participated in one school sport, whether that be golf, cross country, volleyball, basketball, badminton, track and field, to come up on the stage where Miss French will take a large group photo.
Miss French, big bucks. I haven't seen it yet, but they painted big bucks. They're keeping it interesting. What are we doing?
The names are up here on this screen. Sorry, the other one's not working.
But it's everyone that did one sport. There's 2. So everyone get a
I can rattle them off here. Sorry, there's some technical difficulties. We got Leah Saddleback, Adriana Cardinal, Amara Cryer, Hermanskin, Brandon Lewis, Brock Dubitz, Carter Wilkins, Easton Schimpf, Anna Kowalski, Holly Latham, Jillian Nielsen, Liam Bonnet, Madison Okinon, Maya Rogas, Cordes Cutarm, Paige Hinton, Ryder Holzman, Riley Bullmeisler, Shay Strongman, Taylor Buffalo, Trenton LaBelle. That's just the grade 7, so if you guys can all come up, I'll keep going, I just need a breath here. Alexa Shannon, Olivia Johnson, Riley Wright, Cameron Lagarde, Diamond Johnson Bull, Ethan Yeomans, JC Tenho, John Tate Giroux, Peyton Slover, Kaiden Jeffrey, Kaylee Owen, Keaton McDougall, Matthew Baspas, Nolan Cooley, Peyton Bullmeisner, Raylan Gold, Rebecca Scott, Reed Pinkson, and for grade 9s, Alexis Fraser, Avery Nicholson, Ben Day, Cassie Quast, Cole Palachek, Cruz Mine, Declan McLaughlin, Rael Soto, Dave Atkinson, Hayden Ray, Isabella Buffalo, Jackson Klein, Josiah MacArthur Rome, Juanita Cook Cabri, Kelton Zook, Kyson Sampson, Micah Hydash, Natalie Wolf, Nick Palachek, Ryan Marcoux, Simon Schutz, TJ Ray, Weston Potts, and Zero Dragons. All bronze junior high athletes participate in the men's competition.
Say thank you. Bye.
Next up, we have all those athletes that earned silver awards. This means that they participated in 2 school sports, something that speaks to their dedication and desire for something.
Just like the bronze awards, can we get all silver winners to come up to the stage and get a large group picture?
And one more time, I'll read this off for us. Here we have Miss Araya Spence, Braylon Avery, Dave Fritz, James Richter, Jace Raji, Liam Britton, Ambrose Blanchard, Abby McAteer, Jackson Young, Georgia Rublitz, Barrington Marcoux, Ligon Osborne, Mike Sheva, Truce Carter, Samara Louis, Ainsley MacArthur, Amy Potts, Claire Parker, Dominic Desjardins, Ethan Maltimer, Kenzie McKnight, and Sarah White.
Now we move on to 14 special athletes across grades 7 to 9 that participated in 3 or more sports. Every single one of these athletes also participated in a major sport, a lengthy season with multiple practices a week and regular league games. These are both volleyball and basketball. These athletes are not only dedicated, but exhibit a sense of pride in being a Bronc that is admirable. If we can have all of you come up here for a large group photo, a certificate to acknowledge your participation, and to receive a little Bronx gift bag.
Devin Lawrence, Kean MacArthur, Summer Bolton, Dominic Cardinal, Elia Potts, Genevieve Foote, Lily Nanninga, Ryan Williams, Shale Merton, Terrence Sands, Tegan McLaughlin, Tony Lewis, Natalia Mine, Promise Beaver Bones. Lastly, for our junior high participation awards, we have those very special, dedicated, competitive, and motivated individuals who have played 4 or more school sports this year. Can we please have all 9 Platinum Award winners up to the stage? This takes a tremendous amount of time and effort and a commitment to our Bronx athletics program that we appreciate, commend, and encourage. Great job to all of you. That is Brock Rain, Georgia Saunders, Caleb Roasting Northwest, Carly Quast, Madeline Bach, Ava Morency, Easton Sorensen, Jeremy Bach, and Nash Rodney.
Now we will move from junior high to senior high awards. These are awarded as a result of points accruement over an athlete's career here at PSC and are titled PA Awards for Ponoka athletes. Athletes earn points based on skill, attitude, effort, leadership, and commitment, and are presented in 4 categories based on points. First up, we have our PA Award, presented to students who have earned 30 plus points in their time here at PSC. Can we please have all 14 of these lovely people up on the stage so we can acknowledge the fantastic athletes and people that you are. Jack Steves, Jenna Abbott, Stephen Bach, Zach Hinton, Destiny Rain, Helena, I don't know how to say her name, sorry. Teresa Cutts, Elise Ressler, Ella Johnson, Ryder McLeod, Luke Symington, Abby Lilja, Brooklyn Olson, Ben Hinton, Rylan Mendoza, and Jake Shell.
New report card though.
The next rung on the PA ladder is our PA2 award at 60 points. An athlete that has earned a PA award will not earn another one until they reach this milestone, and we have 3 here today that have shown commitment, attitude, and perseverance to achieve it. We would like to acknowledge and send a special shout out to all 3 of these grade 12s for their hard work with the Bronx program over the years. This is especially important considering that in their grade 10 year, the pandemic derailed a potential athletic season. Can we please give a warm welcome to Brody Ronnie, Emily McMillan, and Ryder McMillan.
Good job, guys.
Reading the important.
Don't go too far though, Brody, as this guy achieves 2 feats this year that hasn't been done well since before the pandemic. He's the first student since Jared Bouzier Ironically, his neighbor, to achieve our PA 3 award for over 90 points earned through his high school career. And he also is the first athlete in recent memory to achieve an outstanding 60 points in a single season, which he earned this year through football, basketball, badminton, provincial bronze medal golf, and track and field. Your only PA 3 award winner this year, Brody Run.
Buddy.
Oh.
She's gonna be kind enough to
We now want to take the opportunity, on behalf of PSC, our administration, staff, students, and parents, to extend our deepest thank yous to all of our coaches out there. Whether you're a community coach, a staff member, or a parent, this wouldn't be possible without you, and we're so thankful for everything you do. Coaching at the junior and senior high level is not a paid position. It is volunteer work that hopefully is rewarded, despite its many challenges. We appreciate the hours you spend planning, running practices, and supporting our athletes in all aspects of sport. Thank you all.
Now we would like to move on to our yearly awards. The Bronc and Athlete of the Year. First up is our junior high. Here we can present the Bronc of the Year award to the male and female athlete in each grade that has exhibited the best combined athleticism, positive participation, academics, and leadership in school-based sports during this year.
Our nominees for these awards are in their own right special kids, as many of them play multiple sports or excel in their individual sports, and as such, a nomination alone is worthy of applause and recognition. As we call up individual grades, can we please have all of our nominees for that grade come up to the stage. Starting here with our grade 7 nominees, this year we had the pleasure of nominating Miss Araya Spence, Miss Braylon Avery, Miss Devin Lawrence, Miss Summer Bolton, Mr. Dave Fritz, Mr. James Richter, Mr. Jace Raji, Mr. Kian MacArthur, and Mr. Liam Britton.
Our Bronc of the Year is Summer Bolton.
As well as Kian MacArthur.
Job, Summer.
Next up, we'll move to our grade 8 nominations. For the ladies, we have Miss Dominique Cardinal, Ella Potts, Genevieve Foote, Georgia Saunders, Carly Quast, Madeline Bach, Terrence Sands, and for gentlemen, we have Brock Rain, Caleb Roasting, Northwest, Ryan Williams, Tony Lewis, and Truce Cardinal.
And the winner for Bronc of the Year for grade 8 girls is Carly Quast. And for boys is Ryan Williams. Moving on to grade 9, we have, in their last year of junior high, Ainsley MacArthur, Ava Morency, Natalia Mines, and Promise Beaver Bones. For the boys, Dominic Desjardins, Easton Sorensen, Ethan Malterer, Jeremy Bach, and Nash Ronnie.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Better watch that one.
For the grade 9 girls, Ava Morency. And for the boys, Easton Sorensen.
Job East.
As we move into our high school, we are not only continuing to present the Bronc of the Year awards, but also supplement some fantastic athletes with a dedicated award for one male and one female athlete in each grade that have demonstrated exceptional athleticism and at least one school-based sport during the school year.
Our nominees for both awards remain the same, as these awards, in the minds of our selection committee, are separate but equal. For grade 10, we have Addison McKinney, Destiny Rain, Helena Wecker, Jenna Abt, Jesse Shepard, Alexander Wildebohr, Jack Steves, John Mudler, Stephen Bach, and Zach Hinton. For girls, Helena Wicker. And for boys, Jack Steves.
It's like the Grammys all
Yep.
Just don't say the wrong ones.
Bronc of the Year, Jenna App. And Zach Hinton.
He shaved his head on the side.
They did a good job.
As our athletes progress through high school, we often find that they are pulled in many directions. They get a car, maybe a potential job, and sometimes their interest in athletics can decline. These particular grade 11s have not only continued their athletic careers, but have added more to the slate of what they are doing. We would like to announce our nominees of Elise Ressler, Ella Johnson, Kaylin Stark, Teresa Cutts, Kason Moore, Christian White, Cody Albers, Gardner Bird, Nathan Parker, and Spencer Lurie. Athlete of the Year, Spencer Lurie. And then for Bronc of the Year, we have Teresa Cutts. And Christian White.
She says insult.
Ah.
Congratulations.
Um,
Exciting. Good
oh.
job. Who was it last year? Oh,
Ooh.
Hey guys, so first note for myself is no envelopes last year. Just slows the process down. Even though I thought the reveal would be sweet, so it's my first year as AD. Here at the school, I'll talk about it a little bit, but I'm really proud here to stand up today and present some awards for some grade 12 nominees. Every single one of these kids has participated in programs here for a long time, and we've been very proud to have them along the way before they graduate out this year. So can we give a big round of applause here to Miss Abby Lilja, Miss Brooklyn Olson, Miss Emily McMillan, Miss Riley Mendoza, Mr. Boys, Mr. Ben Hinton, Mr. Brock O'Clair, Mr. Brody Ronnie, Mr. Jake Shepard, Mr. Duke Simonson, and Mr. Ryder. And our Athletes of the Year winners for exceptional athleticism in their respective sports are Miss Emily McMillan and Mr. Ryder McLeod. And this year we had something special for our Bronc of the Year winners. We were able to have a scholarship attached to this. Thank you to Rip and Ronnie's and the Ponoka Battle River Run for fundraising for this. So can you give them a Rip and Ronnie's took their tails off in April and hosted both a 5K and a 10K run that I was happy to participate in, but not happy to say that I lost a grade 9 student in. But I am very happy to say that participation was well larger than I think we had all originally anticipated, and thanks to that, they were able to donate 6 different scholarships here in Ponoka, 3 at St. A's, and 3 here as well, 2 to our Bronc of the Year, our Broncs of the Year. So can we please give them a massive round of applause? That run is also booked again for next year. That is April 13th. So I would encourage all of you to participate if you can. If you do, that's going to mean we have more funds on the table for our athletes moving forward, and that's just great stuff. For our male Bronc of the Year athlete, if we were paying attention to some PA totals here, it should come as no surprise. It's going to a man who earned a whopping 60 points this year. PA points are a massive deal, and this guy played 5 sports this year, being a leader in all 5, all while maintaining a really steadfast effort in strict -1 academic studies. Just an overall great kid. Your 2023 Male Bronc of the Year recipient, Mr. Brody Ronnie. And your female Bronc of the Year deserves some much needed respect, and I want to acknowledge her presence here. This young lady is a phenomenal football player, a tenacious leader in both football and basketball, a dedicated member of the leadership team here at PSC that coordinates activities, fundraisers, charitable events, as well as coaching junior high basketball. Crazy, you want to hang out with junior high kids more than you already do. For the last 2 years, all while pursuing -1 academic courses and fulfilling the many obligations of being a student athlete. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Female Bronc of the Year, Miss Emily McMillan.
road, drive Emily. Swapping rooms. Alright. For the last Bronx Award of the evening, this is an open to all sports. We would like to conclude with the team award. This is the Bronx Pride Award.
This award is presented to a Bronx team that best exemplifies the virtues of perseverance, commitment, and pride in their participations and performance in representation of the Bronx program.
For the 2022 to 2023 season, this award is going to a team that found few victories but persevered and is working hard to help rebuild a program that will hopefully stand the test of time. It is tough to go out there every game and give it your all when you know that the opponent is bigger, stronger, and has more experience than you. But these boys kept with it this year, and we will do so again next season. Your 2022-2023 Bronx Pride Award goes to the JV Boys Volleyball Team.
And one final thing, we'd like to have Miss Amdam come up. She had a word that she wanted to say. So, Miss Amdam, if you'd like to come speak now.
Well, I wanted to save it till last, but I guess I'm last. Anyways, I just wanted to, I don't know if you all know that this was Mr. McLeod's. He doesn't like a lot of recognition, but I almost thought of him, I actually taught Mr. McLeod when we were home, but I was very proud of him. He did an amazing job. Like, he started up the volleyball programs here for boys. He coached, I don't know, you saw how many teams he coached. He got married this year. He went on a trip to Quebec with the school. Like, this is a busy guy, and he needs to eat more. But I think we should all give a round of applause to Mr. McLeod.
We're going to move on to the program here. I'm going to take over from our two fantastic MCs. But can we, before we move on just to the next part of recognition, just give them a massive round of applause. Both of those kids embody what it means to be a Bronx here. Jake won a scholarship this weekend in grad for epitomizing that, and Maddie was fortunate enough to win the other Rip and Ronnie scholarship for a medical student pursuing medical studies. And so, great job to both of them. Kids, we want to touch on the Bronx Pride Award. It's a tough look for me, considering that's the team I coach, but I will say that I recused myself from the voting on that as soon as my team was brought up. There's some very well-deserving teams here. We had boys in golf medal at provincials, which is a very tough task to do. We also had a junior high boys basketball team that won it last year. Not that they couldn't have won it again. They won 3 banners up here this year, and so a really tough competition. We're really happy to get that program kind of back up and running with boys volleyball. We have a couple additions here to our Wall of Pride tradition. If If you had a chance to look as you entered the gym here, you might have seen these. That is those aforementioned teams. So senior boys, provincial bronze medalist, and our junior boys who earned the Quadra 2J qualifier banner, the league championship banner, and the Quadra banner, which is the top team our size. So that's between 100 to 250 kids in their junior high in all of Central Alberta. They were amazing. Now I just have to kind of do my little, I guess some may see it as a lecture, but my little AD piece here, notes from this season that I need to reflect on aloud here to some of you so that my students can hear this as well as their parents. There's just some things that I think we need to maybe tighten up or hold a higher bar for our kids here. The first of which is just sportsmanship. And this is not alone at this school. This was brought up in our meetings for ADs many times over. We have basketball refs dropping like flies. We have coaches that are not wanting to coach anymore due to both athletes and parents. And so can I just ask that everybody make a really conscious effort moving forward to present the best face possible, to put on the classiest show that we can, and to appreciate our coaches, our refs, the opposition, and our opposition parents. Please, 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 thank you. Sports is tough. Kids always think it's about wins and losses, and yeah, that's what we reflect on here a lot of the time, but it's never really about the wins and losses, despite how many times I tell them they don't listen. It's about trying to be the best person you can possibly be. And sports is really good at pushing us to be better tomorrow than we were today, and to continue that quest every day year after. Okay? So we need to be conscious of that. After that is just the need to just raise our bar again post-COVID. I've seen some fantastic athletes here this year that probably need to have a bar raised a little for them academically. We need to remember that we are a school of sports, and it's in that order for that reason. So can we please ask that all our athletes here try to remember that as they move forward here. We also would like to remind you, there's a lot of this, that you're all underage, and we need to ensure that we are strictly not using vapes, drugs, alcohol. This came up so many times at our AD meetings the last week or two that I was asked to again mention that to every athlete under our building. And so please, you guys, we need to be better at that. Also, we just want to raise the bar of some programs here. We've got some fantastic cross-country runners in here, but I don't know if any of you remember the good old days with Myron Pierman here back here at Ponoka Composite High. We've got some cross-country awards out there, and that is something that we do not win without large participation. We're also seeing in all of our sports, volleyball, basketball, badminton, football, on and on and on, just some athletes that are great, have a great spatial awareness, are fantastic in their individual sports, but cardiovascular needs some work. And so there's a new rule in place next year for our senior high students that are looking to play any level of athletics, that is volleyball, basketball, that is track, that is badminton, and that is that it is mandatory to participate in cross country in September at the start of the year. It has yet to be decided whether that is one practice a week, or whether I get my way and we push harder and harder and harder. But yeah, we need you guys out and running and participate and give it back to that sport. And lastly is just something that I wanted to, it's kind of a passion project of mine here that I'm working hard behind the scenes to try to reinvigorate here. And that is the words, you can't see the gym floor here right now, but the words pride and tradition are written 4 times on this gym floor. There, in this corner, right there, and right here. And you walk through the wall of, the Hall of Pride and Tradition, and that wall is beautiful. And then we walk into the gym, and we have some athletes that are alumni in this room that I guarantee you look at the walls that are bare and are a little disappointed. And I know that we have some students in this room who today, I had a conversation with kids that are saying, have we never won anything before? And where are the banners? And this is a conversation I have with kids all the time. And so I'm very proud to say that we are, as long as I'm AD, if I don't get bounced out, we're going to be hanging banners again. We are going to get these 4 mounted on the wall as soon as facilities will allow me. And not only that, we're going to work really hard to get the ones back that we've lost. And that is some banners that I know locations, some of them, they're at former coaches' houses who won provincial championships. And they're very proud of those, and kind of in the renovation saw what was happening and maybe pulled those out aside. And we also might need to reprint some. There are some that have been missing and some that are maybe in not as great shape as they once have been. And so that's not going to be an easy effort. I'm not going to tell you that if you show up here in September, they're all going to be back mounted again. You need to stick with me. I'm pretty young. I don't know if you can tell. But I might need some effort and some help from community members on trying to get those back up. If you notice one's missing, please talk to me. We might need some patience, some support, and perhaps even some patronage in this quest. So I thank you guys all very much for that. With that, I just want to thank you guys for being here tonight. I know it's been a longer evening than I promised some of you, for indulging me in my little lecture, I guess, and for trusting us here at PSU and your kids, for supporting us and for celebrating them tonight. I'm now going to turn the microphone over to Mr. Cody Baird, football coach extraordinaire, and our fearless leader here at PSC to wrap up with his football awards, and then just conclude this evening's events. Thank you.
I was just telling Mr. McLeod that